It is my pleasure to introduce Sean Duffy as we consider his nomination to serve as the next Secretary of Transportation. Sean and I have known each other for many years and have worked together in the Wisconsin delegation during our time in the House of Representatives together. As a Wisconsin native from Hayward, Mr. Duffy is a former congressman who represented Wisconsin's 7th congressional district from 2011 to 2019. In that time, we partnered on shared priorities for our constituents, including a bridge you've already heard about, the St. Croix Bridge in western Wisconsin. Now, it usually does not take an act of Congress to build a bridge, but it was needed in this particular instance for a new bridge over the St. Croix River connecting Wisconsin with Minnesota. And with the help from Senator Klobuchar, Senator Cole, Senator Johnson, Sean Duffy and I, without hesitation, whipped our respective caucuses and brought together a House majority necessary to pass legislation to replace an 80-year-old Stillwater Bridge. As Sean can attest, this was a decades-long battle, which resulted in a significant bipartisan win for our state. It was not a matter of right or left, just what was good for our constituents, our economy, and our state. Today, the St. Croix crossing, which opened in 2017, has shortened travel times, reduced traffic congestion, and most importantly, improved safety. This type of bipartisan work for the American people is what I expect to see from Sean should he be confirmed. Our efforts show that when we work together, we get important things done. And we haven't always agreed, and I'm sure that will continue to be true. But as my colleagues on this committee know, I will be the first to call out any efforts to roll back our Buy America rules, or weaken safety, or increase costs, or cut funding for critical projects like the Blotnick Bridge in our state. But at the end of the day, I am confident that Sean is the right person for this job in this upcoming administration. I believe he will help deliver for Wisconsin families, businesses, and workers, and I expect that he will work with this committee and both sides of the aisle to improve our infrastructure and address the challenges that arise in the years ahead. I am proud to join you today to introduce Sean Duffy to this committee.
It is my honor and privilege to be here today to introduce Wisconsin's own Sean Duffy as President Trump's nominee as Secretary of the Department of Transportation. I believe you've all met Sean and had the chance to speak with him about his vision for the department. I first met Sean and his wonderful and slightly smaller at the time family in 2010 when we were both running for Congress. As his family grew, so did Sean's experience, knowledge, and accomplishments. Sean is above all else a family man, devoted to his wife Rachel and his 9 beautiful children, 8 of whom are with us here today. Sean began serving the public as district attorney of Ashland, Wisconsin, where he worked to keep Wisconsin's communities safe. 9 years later, he was elected to 5 terms as a member of Congress to Wisconsin's 8th district that is largely rural and encompasses the northern 1/3 of our state. In 2019, Sean and Rachel found out their now youngest child would be born with Down syndrome and other health challenges requiring open heart surgery. Sean made the very difficult but correct decision to resign from Congress to devote himself to his family and soon-to-be-born daughter. Valentina, now 5 years old and beautiful, is sitting right behind me here today on the floor. Not log rolling, which all of his children, I think, can do as well. Now, President Trump has asked him to serve the country once again, and Sean accepted without hesitation. As a Great Lakes state, lakes, waterways, and the infrastructure that surround them are vital to Wisconsin. They also provided Sean great opportunities to work across party and state lines on issues affecting his constituents, frequently involving the area of transportation. In Congress, Sean co-chaired the Great Lakes Task Force, which broadened his expertise beyond his service on the Financial Services Committee. Many of you are familiar with the icebreakers issue he worked on for several years. Sean worked on a bipartisan and bicameral basis with me, Senators Cole, Senators Klobuchar, and Franken to help construct a bridge across the St. Croix, which required an exemption from the Wild and Scenic Rivers Act. He also worked on the Sioux Locks and supported the essential air services communities. Sean passed a bill into law to increase weight limits on our federal highways to accommodate logging trucks in line with the standards of our state roads. And he worked to address the shortage of commercial truckers and introduced legislation to prevent trains blocking grade crossings. He is passionate about safety in our aviation, rail, and highway systems. He can't wait to help harness American innovation to change transportation for the better. Sean will be a strong and dedicated leader of the Department of Transportation, prioritizing safety and ensuring we are investing in infrastructure projects that connect our communities. We are fortunate he is willing to serve the public again, and I recommend him to you without reservation. I am proud to introduce my friend Sean Duffy to the members of this committee.